So, Domestic Girlfriend episode 12. This is the final episode of the series, so I thought I should review it. So, we have reached the last stop of this love complex train trip, and everything in this episode crashed badly. I'm sitting here still trying to process the fast transition of events that took place. Domestic Girlfriend leaves it to the last episode to pull out all the serious moves, but it failed. I'm really sad to say, but this was one of the worst episodes that this series had to offer, and in all, the series what was not that good, to be honest. And I think this was one of the weakest series that I was watching in this season, and I'm pretty sure that I didn't enjoy even watching it, and I certainly did hate most of the season of this Domestic Girlfriend. So the plot was Hina and Natsu's secret relationship is founded by the school. Hina takes all the blame to spare affecting Natsu's future by transferring schools. She disappears without a word, leaving a heartbreak letter for Natsu, which sends him into a depressive state. Rui and others try to encourage Natsu to snap out of it, and Natsu turns to writing as a way to get back on his feet, and surprisingly, it leads to positive changes. So I think this was a responsible move by Hina. She made the sensible choice by taking the fall for Natsu to prevent it from affecting his future. It was only a slight redeem, but because it would take more for her to rectify her poor choices. Hina really did sound such a hypocrite to say you can't control who you love. You can't use such a poor statement to cover your terrible decisions. In this case, Hina giving into her feelings for Natsu. The episode fast transitioned from Natsu's heartbreak and getting over to winning an award for his heartbroken novel, and Rui making her move now that Hina and Natsu are over. It was ridiculous to cover all of these events in the final episode. I was dumbfounded to the point of stupid. Just like that Natsu was over his heartbreak over one he has loved for years. Winning an award for it was hysterical. And heartbreak for Natsu to produce some good content. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous, and it had such a crappy ending too. Rui is free to pursue Natsu now, and we see during the ending credits that Hina chopped off all her hair and lives a carefree life from away from everyone. So this was a really bad way to end the season. We are at the end, and yet I have this feeling that this is not over yet. Do I sound happy with this episode? Well, it depends. This episode was such a joke. The fast pacing of events that transpired was such ridiculous. Particularly the part Natsu is supposed to get over Hina just with a snap of finger. Writing down your feelings is a good way to get out what's on your mind, but to write a novel then win an award for it is really ridiculous and hysterical. I was laughing till I couldn't breathe, and I felt it was silly promoting the idea that to write something great you have to go through something tragic and sad. Then right at the end, that crappy ending, Rui decides to move on Natsu, and the whole season they are having making out with each other. That was such shit, man. The manga is over 200 chapters, and I think I'll be waiting for a season 2 announcement. The attempt in the last episode for the series to be serious didn't happen. You feel nothing for Natsu and Hina's ending bliss. In fact, I was relieved it was over. I felt nothing over Natsu winning an award because his actions and ill decisions have made him look like a complete joke, and to feel any happiness for him in this episode would be a joke. From the beginning, I've been saying that Rui is trash and still am. But it was so rushed up to pin the whole ending on Rui pursuing Natsu. It would have been better to end with Natsu having in some breathing space and him winning an award. So I don't think I'll be missing this series for a while now, and I'm happy this is over. And let's just move on with other views, I should say. Fuck.